Hi folks, I don't know about you, but I've been doing quite a bit of mental visualization recently, and it started quite fluky actually, with a book that I happened to pick up at a car boot sale called The Gabrielle Method, and that's about this chap who was absolutely quite enormous, and he basically realised that he had all this weight on him because he was in an abusive relationship at work, and he ended up not having the job anymore, and then he thought his way thin, and he's basically saying that diets don't work, which we know they don't. You can go on a diet and stick to them times, I have, but the trouble is the minute you're not dieting, for some reason your body puts back on the weight you've just dieted off and some, and so I'm no longer dieting, which is quite good really, because listening to his CD, you listen to it every night when you go to sleep, you just visualise your perfect body, and visualise the day happening as you want it. So that was the first bit of visualisation I was doing, and then I happened to pick up a book which I've had for ages. It's the sequel to the book The Secret. I think we've all heard about The Secret. That's about visualisation again, but this is called The Power, and it's basically along the same lines. It's saying that all our lives are just a reflection of what we've put out there. If you think more positive thoughts than negative thoughts, you will have a positive life, because you'll have attracted it back. And if you're always thinking negative thoughts, you will have a shit life, because you will attract back that negativity. So I was already quite thinking along these lines anyway. Well, we already know that, but to actually do something positive to do it, because it's all very well people saying, oh, visualize this and attract that. It's not always that easy. Anyway, myself and a friend, Benisha, we went on this course that we found, and it was basically called the Balance Procedure. We were very impressed. The people that run these courses make them very affordable. We just went on this one-day course, and I'll tell you in a nutshell what it was all about. Just to give you a little bit of background of backing up what we've just been talking about energies and visualization and things like that. I'm sure a lot of us have seen those pictures that chap did about photographing molecules of water after he'd put them through various situations. There was one where he played them rock music and they went all discordant and looked awful, and played the same molecules in the same water, harmonious music, and they were all lovely and perfectly formed, saying nice words to the music as opposed to inharmonious words, saying positive statements against inharmonious statements, and the molecules of the water reflected this. Now we are 70% water, and if you remember when I did that video a little while ago about the words on the water, this is my water filter here, and that says love, peace, harmony, contentment, and you'll think, well, sticking water on a water thing is crazy, but it isn't, because the words affect the water. So shapes also affect things, cosmic shapes, colour, and that is what these symbols are here. So in this course we had this book, this is the Balance Procedure book, and these cards, which are just basically bits of cards. Now there's all sorts of things out there that involve sacred geometry, and I'm talking about healing wise, but all these are is bits of card. And what you do is you find out which of these cards you're out of alignment with. Now I'm not telling you, it's a bit more complicated than this. You've got to, you can use them for all sorts of things, so I won't limit the balance procedure by telling you it wrong. But what you basically do in a nutshell is you put these shapes, you put them against your body like that, and use them in other ways to actually sort of integrate areas where you may not be totally in balance. Now, you might think to yourself, what a load of rubbish. That possibly cannot work. But we did it, and we could feel the shift. We were very, very impressed, actually. So just remember, folks, that we do live in a mental universe. Everything is a reflection around us of what we have created. If you think negatively, you'll attract negativity back to you. And if you think positively, you will attract back to you positive things. And I can highly recommend this. There's an app that you can get for an iPhone. I haven't got an iPhone, but I think there's going to be an Android phone coming out soon if you don't want to buy these actual cards. I think you can probably buy these from the website, and the explanations of how to do it. Very, very impressed. Very affordable. I think the book and the cards is £10. So highly recommended. Because as I say, there are situations whereby, even though it's all very well saying, read the book The Secret and attract what you want, but you can't. If you're down in a situation of negativity in a particular area, I mean, for example, supposing you wanted to attract into yourself a loving, harmonious relationship that was everything you ever wanted. Well, if you've had years of sort of like thinking all men are bastards, or all women are, the equivalent of bastards, well, I wouldn't know what the female equivalent of that would be. Might be, well, let's not go there. But basically, if you're coming from that perspective, it's going to be hard, isn't it, to visualise attracting that. I don't know if you can understand what I'm saying, but you just can't you've got to get yourself into a positive alignment whereby you sort of balance out whatever negative habits you've given yourself by doing a certain thing over and over again to get a harmonious situation going. For example, if you've worked with someone who gets on your nerves, and you've been a little bit jarring with them for about 8 years or more, you might find it quite difficult, even though you want to visualise a harmonious working relationship with them. It might be a little bit tricky to get yourself into the state where you even want to. You might be that fed up with it, you've had to put up with it for years, that you might not want to. You want to, but you can't, because this blockage of negativity that you've built up can stop you. And this is what I do believe this simple little pack can do for you. If there is an area where you've got a blockage, you can clear that blockage so that then you can attract what you want. So yes, there you go, folks. I hope that's been not too waffly. I hope it's been useful, and I thank you and goodbye.